Come on, you bat!
Hey, 水过你吧。
Cover up! Hunter! I got this.
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, don't we?
Team.
Waiting.
Caesar, you got a backup.
Thanks. I got my own. A thank you would be nice. I hate it. Let's go, yeah! One! Nice.
This could be a piss poor end loaded.
We can all.
Let's go! Okay, we'll swing around and pick you up.
You're aiming!
Lucky ring. Not that I want to hear it, but
Congratulations, you got another piece. You're just used to it.
Taking a shortcut home, pal.
Until tomorrow.
yeah, but it's okay.
So when you coming back?
Nerdy.
Yeah.
走吧。
You wouldn't marry her.
I hate to break this to you, pal. Too late.
Hey, man.
All right. Got a pen? Matter of fact, relativity. Before a gunner became chemically
He quit to be a bouncer.
Let's be straight up, honest. His life.
Back forever.
You got my.
I don't want to go meet up my girlfriend. She's a nurse. Do things for her.
Sure. If I had to do it all over.
All right.
Not too good on a memory card. And you end up, it's my heart. Madness, I gotta put you in the deep. You're gonna get the contents of that safe. Get you in.
Wait.
Sending along a pro. She can handle it. It's roughed up. She doesn't come back and
Mr. Church told you about me?
Mistake, you coming along.
Are you playing games?
What's this?
Told you 10 times before. I didn't have to call in again.
Yeah, Wist. What else is there to think about?
Yes, ma'am. Long story.
I would like
An instructor too, but Taliban opened up from these houses. Ace as a captain. Didn't want to when Dane stuck in the kill zone. Ship chopper showed up to provide air cover. My squad are dead in the ditch, and 2 in the river. Yeah, I know the most. Up to. No. I heard these guys were looking for someone in here.
Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
on editor.
Really? Can't catch him. Making us look bad.
That's the planes over the hill, sir.
You guys go to the right. Take off, Rover. See the ground.
Something's wrong.
That's no common sense. Billy! Come on. Billy the Kid! Drop your weapons.
I'm sorry, sir, they were waiting.
He's a strong...
When I fire,
Think.
he's gonna kill him.
Piece of intelligence.
Like your lives.
Was lost.
Which piece of shit? Let me have it.
Hey!
Look at it yourself. Now pick it up.
And fighting man. Don't challenge.
No!
What was it?
Name. The mine was abandoned a bit before it gets in the wrong hands.
You, but I can't. And I want you to know that wherever I hope I'm still your man who lives the most, who deserves to live. The message in that.
This is a secure air.
Guys, where's the case?
I tried to get that case.
Would you say?
So does payback. Never had the guts to do yours.
They're exhausted. Get more workers.
No, we know where it is. 3 days. 3 days. It's powerful enough to change the...
Something's happening.
Minutes! Don't get your knickers in it.
They'll beat the truth out of him. Really gigantic.
I said that.
All of these guys that get moving.
Sounds good to me.
How about that truck and go back to the prawn? Let's move.
Jesus.
They control everything east of... Easy. Put it together.
See ya.
Where are you? The roads for the last 7 hours.
This is weird.
The hell?
Most likely stage maneuvers and practice.
What I need. 50-year-old pizza.
Yeah, for you, huh?
Oh, what the hell's wrong with cereal?
Some special cereal, like...
My hearing is 20/20.
That's deep, man.
Very sexy.
I'm starting to think Italian.
What about me? And we'll die. And you're gonna starve to death.
So nervous around me. Not a good at the young man who died.
Oh, that's how we deal with death.
Good night.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So that's where we're going.
Houston?
Can you hold them off?
Yeah, maybe with a... Come on! Let's roll!
I'm out.
Okay.
So how's life treating you? Well, now you do.
Look. Cobra.
Yeah. So how'd you wind up in this godforsaken lowest form of scum? You're gonna need more men if you expect. They're good people, and they... Matter of opinion, what I miss.
Well, to see you.
Clean it.
These guys are here to...
Even you two rejects.
We're Americans.
Since when?
What do you want? Okay. This is where Damme went. But nobody's come home. The Sangs come and they take my sons. Hide them, and we... You saw the children.
Sorry. I had an idea.
Here we go, Al.
Please, your ego's like the size.
Teleport.
Perpetua. By the power. Us. Inside the desert, one got us killed.
Target in sight! Yeah. Let's do it!
Late!
What?
The plutonium's gone!
The way.
Something like that.
Ask him.
Scary.
Part of fest.
Do it.
Think.
Probably not. I want that back.
Back! Want your heads blown?
Yeah, right.
Or you.
How you doing? I'll be seeing you around, Trench. Thanks a lot.
Party in town.
Yeah, but it's my party.
Tear him apart! Moment. Let's go! Your shoe is big. Stop.
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst into the explosive world of the Expendables 2, where muscles, mayhem, and a whole lot of firepower are the order of the day. This isn't just a movie, it's a masterclass in how many action legends you can cram into one frame without the space-time continuum collapsing. We kick things off in spectacular fashion, with Barney Ross and his crew, the Expendables, executing a daring rescue mission in a Nepalese compound. It's a symphony of destruction, right from the get-go, as they blast their way through legions of nameless bad guys. I put a lot of work into these, so if you like what you see, a like and a subscribe is always appreciated. No worries if not.
Moving on. Killed off.
What?
The mission, of course, isn't just a walk in the park. It's a high-octane sprint through an exploding obstacle course. They've snagged their targets, a CIA operative and a Chinese millionaire, but getting out is always the tricky part, especially when your escape route involves driving a truck through a tunnel that's actively collapsing around you. Billy, the team's new sniper, shows off his impressive skills by taking out enemy vehicles with almost casual precision, proving he's definitely not just there for the banter. The helicopter, piloted by the ever-stoic Trench, barely scrapes through the collapsing entrance, a scene that probably gave the VFX team a few headaches. It's a typical Expendables morning commute, really, full of gunfire, explosions, and minimal traffic laws. Back on solid ground, or at least slightly less exploding ground, the team heads back to their base, where the usual post-mission debrief consists of complaining about payment and contemplating the meaning of life, or at least the meaning of getting shot at for a living. Tool, played by the always delightful Mickey Rourke, isn't physically present, but his spiritual presence and his bar are central to their downtime. Billy, meanwhile, is pondering his future, revealing his artistic side, much to the amusement of the team, because apparently even elite mercenaries have hobbies that aren't blowing things up. But just as Barney contemplates retirement and the simple joys of a quiet life, Mr. Church, the shadowy handler from the first movie, crashes the party with a new, non-negotiable mission. It seems retirement isn't in Barney's immediate future, which is probably a relief to all of us who enjoy watching things explode. So, Church, ever the charmer, tasks Barney with retrieving a mysterious package from a crashed plane in the desolate, utterly picturesque Albanian mountains. He even throws in Maggie Chan, a mysterious operative, to assist, and let's be honest, probably keep an eye on these loose cannons. The team, complete with the relatively fresh-faced Billy, lands in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees that probably haven't seen this much action since, well, ever. They locate the plane, a crumpled mess of metal and secrets, feeling almost like archaeologists on a dig, but with significantly more firepower. Inside, they find the package, a small, unassuming box that you just know is going to cause a disproportionate amount of trouble later. Billy, being the smart one, also finds a map, hinting at something far more sinister than a simple package retrieval. Because in these movies, nothing is ever simple. Just as they're about to congratulate themselves on a job well done, because who doesn't love a quiet mission, Jean Vilain, played with magnificent villainy by Jean-Claude Van Damme, crashes the party. Violent and his army, known as the Sang, spring an ambush that's less surprise party and more utter annihilation. Bullets fly, explosions rock the forest, and the Expendables find themselves in a brutal firefight against overwhelming odds. This isn't just any skirmish. It's personal. During the chaos, Villain captures Billy, and in a moment that truly hits home, he callously executes the young sniper by stabbing him in the chest with a knife. The sound of Billy's last gasp, the metallic thud of the knife, it's a stark, brutal reminder that even in a world of super soldiers, loss is real. Barney is forced to watch, helpless, as Villain escapes, leaving behind a dead friend and a burning fury in the heart of the team. The forest falls silent, save for the heavy breathing of the surviving Expendables and the distant rumble of Villain's departing convoy. It's a silence that screams louder than any explosion. Barney cradles Billy's lifeless body, a palpable sense of grief and raw rage washing over him. It's a moment that grounds the whole spectacle, reminding us that even these hardened warriors aren't immune to loss. He discovers a small note and a necklace on Billy, a poignant farewell from a young man who just wanted to retire and send a gift to his girlfriend. The heartbreak quickly hardens into cold, calculated fury. Barney, usually all about the paycheck, now has a singular, visceral motivation: revenge. He vows to avenge Billy's death, declaring they will track Villain to the ends of the earth if necessary. The Expendables are no longer just mercenaries. They are a force of vengeance, and Villain is about to find out just how expensive betrayal can be, fueled by grief and the desire for sweet, sweet vengeance. The Expendables track. Villain's movements like a pack of very angry, very armed wolves. Their intelligence, likely provided by the ever-resourceful Maggie, leads them to a bustling, utterly unsuspecting market town where Vilain and his Sang are enjoying a bit of R&R, probably discussing the finer points of international villainy. What follows is less a tactical infiltration and more a spontaneous bar fight that spills out into the streets. Punches fly, tables shatter, and everyone's favorite knife enthusiast, Christmas, gets to do what he does best, throwing sharp objects with terrifying accuracy. It's a chaotic, satisfying brawl, but Villain, ever the slippery eel, manages to slip away amidst the mayhem. He's clearly studied the Villain's Guide to Inconvenient Exits chapter carefully. The Expendables give chase, but Villain makes a clean getaway in a heavily armored vehicle, leaving them to pick up the pieces and wonder if they should invest in faster cars. After the exhilarating, if ultimately frustrating, bar fight, the Expendables hit the road, literally. They're cruising through the picturesque, probably completely unaware European countryside in their custom-built, heavily armed vehicles, which, let's be honest, probably stick out like a sore thumb. The mood in the convoy is somber, punctuated by discussions about Billy's tragic death and the burning desire to make Villain pay. It's during this road trip that Maggie, ever the exposition fairy, reveals the true horror of their situation. The package Vilain stole wasn't just a random MacGuffin. It was a map to 3 tons of weapons-grade plutonium hidden in an old Soviet-era mine. 3 tons! That's enough to make a very bad day for a lot of people. Suddenly, this isn't just about revenge. It's about preventing a global catastrophe. So, from personal vendetta to saving the world in one easy plot twist. Classic. Following the map, or perhaps just a very strong gut feeling for impending doom. The Expendables stumble upon a remote, isolated village. But this isn't some quaint, postcard-perfect European hamlet. It's a living nightmare. Violence forces, the Sang, have completely taken over, forcing the local men, women, and even children into brutal servitude, digging for the deadly plutonium. The sight of these innocent people, suffering under the iron fist of Villain's regime, sparks something beyond just vengeance in Barney. It ignites a primal urge for justice. This is no longer just about Billy. It's about these nameless, faceless victims. The crack of the whips, the forced labor, the hopeless faces. It's a stark visual that makes the team's resolve even stronger. It's like when you see a really bad driver on the road. You know you have to do something, except in this case. The bad drivers are heavily armed terrorists, and doing something involves a lot of explosions. And so, the Expendables do what they do best, unleash hell. With a swift, coordinated strike, they launch a full-scale assault on Villain's forces in the village. It's a beautifully choreographed ballet of bullets, brawling, and blasts. Lee Christmas is a blur of blades, slicing through enemies with the grace of a deadly dancer. Gunner is, well, Gunner, a one-man wrecking crew, laughing his way through exploding shacks and flying bodies. Toll Road, bless his cautious heart, tries to keep a level head while simultaneously blowing up half the village. The sounds are magnificent. The incessant rattle of machine guns, the satisfying thwack of a fist connecting with a jaw, the earth-shattering roar of an explosive device. They fight not just to kill, but to free, pushing through enemy lines with a fierce determination, the shouts of the villagers turning from fear to hope as their liberators tear through Villain's oppression. It's pure, unadulterated action movie glory. With the village liberated and Villain's local goons thoroughly dispatched, the Expendables take a moment to breathe, surveying the controlled chaos they've left behind. The villagers, once terrified and hopeless, now look up at their saviors with awe, probably wondering if these guys are actual superheroes or just really, really good at demolition. Just when you think things might calm down for a second, a familiar rumble fills the air, and who should descend from the heavens in a sleek helicopter but Mr. Church himself, looking as impeccably dressed and intensely annoyed as ever. But he's not alone. He's brought his own backup, the imposing figure of Trench Mauser, played by the legend Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a reunion of colossal egos and even more colossal weaponry. The sound of that chopper blades thrumming down, the iconic faces stepping out. It's a signal that the cavalry has arrived, and they brought more guns, because you can never have enough, right? This means the final showdown is going to be truly epic. As the combined forces of the Expendables, Church, and Trench push forward, they find themselves in another sticky situation because, well, that's just how these things work. Violence forces spring yet another ambush, and even with their combined might, the sheer volume of bad guys is starting to become a nuisance. It's a tense, desperate moment, the sound of constant gunfire and explosions threatening to overwhelm them. And then, like a whisper in the wind, or perhaps a roundhouse kick to the face, a legendary figure emerges from the shadows. Booker, played by the inimitable Chuck Norris. He's known as the Lone Wolf, and for good reason. He single-handedly and with a terrifying efficiency takes down an entire platoon of villains' men. The sheer disbelief on the faces of the Expendables is priceless. He literally just appears, solves their problem, and then gives a dry one-liner. It's like a cheat code for action movies. The sound of his rapid-fire shots, the almost silent takedowns. It's a masterclass in understated badassery. Now with the added firepower of Church, Trench, and the walking legend Booker, the team heads for Villain's central base of operations, the Plutonium mine itself. This isn't just a mine. It's a massive, cavernous labyrinth, dark and foreboding, filled with the echo of dripping water and the ominous feeling of impending doom. It's less tourist attraction and more death trap, which is exactly why Vilain chose it. Their infiltration is surprisingly stealthy at first, a testament to their combined experience, even with such a large group. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and tension. They move like ghosts through the shadows, each step calculated, each breath held, listening for any sign of Villain's remaining forces. They know Vilain is planning to transport the plutonium out, and they are the only ones standing between him and global devastation. The stakes? Just, everything. As expected, the stealth part of the mission lasts about as long as a snowflake in a volcano. A massive firefight erupts deep within the plutonium mine, turning the already claustrophobic tunnels into a cacophony of gunfire, shouts, and terrifying explosions. The sounds are deafening, metallic screeches mingling with the concussive blasts, threatening to bring the whole rotten structure down. The team battles Villain's forces in close quarters, the air thick with dust and the smell of gunpowder. Gunner, as always, is in his element, providing heavy fire and probably having the time of his life. Even the normally reserved Maggie is getting in on the action, proving she's more than just a pretty face with a mysterious backstory. They're trying to stop Vilain from getting the plutonium out, but his men are fiercely loyal, or perhaps just terrified of what he'd do if they failed. It's a race against time, with the constant threat of a cave-in adding an extra layer of peril. Just another Tuesday for the Expendables. Vilain, being the sneaky villain he is, manages to get some of the plutonium out of the mine, planning to transport it via a nearby abandoned airport. Because, of course, villains always have an abandoned airport nearby for nefarious dealings. The Expendables, along with their new, equally legendary friends, quickly realize his plan and embark on a high-speed pursuit. The convoy of muscle cars and heavily armed trucks speeding down a scenic highway is a sight to behold, a metallic roar accompanying their relentless chase. The sound of their engines revving, the wind rushing past, it's a prelude to the storm. They know this is it, the final confrontation, the ultimate showdown. The stakes are immense. The personal vendetta for Billy is intertwined with the global threat of nuclear catastrophe. It's a fittingly epic drive towards what promises to be an even more epic battle, proving that sometimes even a retired mercenary has to save the world before he can truly relax. They arrive at the airport, and instead of a polite request for landing clearance, it's a full-throttle, guns-blazing entrance. The sound of screeching tires and heavy machine gun fire announces their arrival as they smash through the airport perimeter. The main hangar is a sprawling metallic cavern filled with Villain's entire army. all heavily armed and ready for a fight. It's like a deadly reunion, but instead of hugs, there are bullets. The initial engagement is pure chaos, a whirlwind of explosions, flying debris, and the constant deafening chatter of automatic weapons. Every hero gets their moment to shine, laying waste to legions of bad guys with their signature styles. Christmas with his knives, Toll Road with his brute force, Gunner with his manic glee. It's a spectacle of controlled mayhem. The air vibrates with the force of the combat, the metallic clang of bullets against steel echoing through the vast space. This is where the real fun begins, if your idea of fun involves a lot of property damage and vanquished villains. As the initial wave of villains' goons starts to thin out, the fight escalates. This isn't just about the Expendables anymore. It's a full-on alliance of action legends. Church and Trench, who initially seemed more concerned with their own personal vendettas or subtle snark, throw themselves into the fray with gusto. Seeing Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and Willis standing shoulder to shoulder, emptying clips into an endless tide of bad guys, is a moment of pure, unadulterated fan service. The sheer volume of gunfire and explosions is incredible, creating a tactile vibration that you can almost feel in your chest. The sound of their combined firepower, a symphony of destruction, is almost overwhelming. It's clear that Villain underestimated the power of friendship, or at least the power of a bunch of aging but still incredibly lethal mercenaries who hate bad guys. The floor of the hangar is starting to look less like an airport and more like a very violent, very dusty demolition site. Just when you think the ground battle is enough, Vilain, ever the dramatic showman, brings out the big guns, attack helicopters. Because why not? Add some aerial threats to the ground-level chaos. The whirring blades and the thunderous roar of the choppers add a new dimension of danger, spraying bullets and rockets across the hangar. But these aren't just any heroes. These are the Expendables and their legendary allies. And Trench, in a moment that defines this movie's glorious absurdity, decides that a tiny smart car is the perfect weapon against an attack helicopter. The sound of that little engine revving, then the crunch of metal as he plows it directly into the chopper, sending it spiraling into an explosive fireball, is just priceless. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated, I can't believe they did that joy. The concussive blast from the explosion sends debris flying, further ratcheting up the chaos and reminding everyone that in this universe, common sense is merely a suggestion as the battle rages, and our heroes are starting to feel the strain of fighting an entire army. Booker, the legendary lone wolf, makes another timely appearance. He's not just there for moral support, oh no. He enters the fray with a silent, deadly efficiency, taking down hordes of villain soldiers with a series of impossibly fast martial arts moves and perfectly aimed shots. The sound of his swift kicks and punches, the sudden thuds of bodies hitting the ground, create a stark contrast to the continuous gunfire. It's almost like the fight pauses for a moment, just for him to demonstrate his unique brand of legendary ass-kicking. His presence alone seems to inspire a new surge of energy in the Expendables. With Booker on their side, it almost feels unfair to Villain. Almost. It's a reminder that some legends simply operate on a different plane of existence, where physics is merely a suggestion and overwhelmed is not in their vocabulary. Finally, amidst the shattered remains of the airport and the fallen bodies of Villain's army, Barney Ross corners Jean Vilain. This isn't just a fight. It's a deeply personal, visceral duel, the culmination of Barney's burning desire for revenge for Billy. The soundscape here changes dramatically. Less gunfire, more the heavy grunts, the thud of punches, and the metallic clang of their boots on the concrete. Both men are bruised, battered, and utterly determined. Vilain, with his martial arts prowess, gives Barney a tough fight, his kicks and strikes precise and powerful. But Barney, fueled by grief and rage, is relentless. He's not just fighting for survival. He's fighting for memory, for justice. The tactile feeling of their blows, the strained breathing, it all adds to the intensity. It's a brutal, satisfying showdown with Barney delivering the final, definitive blow, a cathartic end to Villain's reign of terror. Billy is avenged, and the world is, once again, a slightly safer place. Thanks to a very angry man with a very big knife. With Villain finally dispatched to the great Villain's lounge in the sky, the immediate threat is over, but the cleanup operation has just begun. The team, now joined by the freed villagers, works to secure the remaining plutonium and ensure its safe disposal, because nobody wants a nuclear-powered pigeon. The sight of the villagers, now free, expressing their gratitude, adds a poignant touch to the mayhem. Church and Trench, their mission accomplished, exchange a few more sarcastic barbs before heading their separate ways, proving that even legendary action heroes can't resist a good-natured dig. It's a moment of reflection, a quiet after the storm, highlighting the human cost and the ultimate victory against overwhelming odds. The sound of official vehicles arriving, the somber chatter of military personnel, marks the transition from chaotic battle to organized cleanup. A stark contrast, but a necessary one. The Expendables gather at a makeshift grave for Billy, a somber moment that reminds us of the true cost of their work. Barney places Billy's medallion on the cross, a silent promise of remembrance. It's a poignant end to a story filled with so much noise and fire, a quiet acknowledgement of the bond they share and the losses they endure. The sound of the wind, the rustle of leaves, emphasizes the quiet weight of the moment. Then, as the sun begins to set, the team, now united by shared loss and triumphant victory, gets back in their vehicles. They drive off into the distance, a formidable force, ready for whatever insane, explosion-filled mission the world throws at them next. It's a testament to resilience, camaraderie, and the enduring spirit of heroes who refuse to fade away. And so, as the dust settles and the credits roll, we're left reflecting on the enduring legacy of the Expendables 2. This wasn't just a movie about old-school action heroes. It was a powerful reminder that true strength isn't just about muscles or firepower, but about loyalty, courage, and the unwavering commitment to fight for what's right. It showed us that even in a world consumed by chaos, a brotherhood can rise, united by a common purpose, to face down tyranny and protect the innocent. The film inspires us to find our own courage, to stand up against injustice, and to always remember the bonds that connect us. It's a celebration of heroism in all its explosive glory.
When I fire, think. What? He's gonna kill him.
Use of intelligence.
Like your lives.
Was lost. Which piece of shit?
Let me have it.
Hey.
Look at it yourself. Now pick it up.
And fighting man